And that segues very nicely to another fantastic job that I have this evening, and that is to award the 2023 AMI Honorary Fellowship to a true luminary in the world of applied microbiology, Professor James Prosser. A name synonymous with innovation and excellence in the realm of soil microbiology, a topic that's very close to AMI's heart. Professor Prosser has dedicated his career to exploring the intricate world of the rhizosphere. His pioneering research has significantly advanced our knowledge of microbial diversity, ecology, and the pivotal role these tiny yet mighty organisms play in our ecosystem. A revered educator and researcher, Professor Prosser's work hasn't only opened avenues in environmental microbiology, but has also been instrumental in shaping the way that we approach and understand ecological interactions and processes. His insights into microbial nitrification have been particularly transformative, shedding light on fundamental biological processes that underpin the very health of our planet. Beyond his scientific achievements, Professor Prosser is also celebrated for his commitment to mentorship and his unwavering dedication to nurturing the next generation of scientists. His guidance and wisdom have inspired many young minds, fostering a legacy that extends far beyond his own research. And actually I can testify to that by observing after Jim Prosser gave the EMI lecture in 2014, and afterwards at the drinks reception was surrounded by gangs of early career scientists wanting to question him on his work because they found it so inspiring. His work not only enriches the understanding of the microbial world, but also underscores the critical role of applied microbiology in addressing the global challenges of our time. I'd like you to come and accept a gift on behalf of AMI.
Can you hear Jim okay without?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Well, thank you very much for those very kind words. I didn't recognise myself in all of the things you said. That's great to know. And thank you very much to AMI for this award. I'm delighted and honoured and humbled to receive the award. And it's particularly nice because I've been a member of AMI, or Society of Applied Bacteriology as it was, since the early 1970s when I started my PhD. And I have to come clean and admit the reason I joined was because you could get grants to go to, student grants to go to conferences. And I suppose I wasn't aware then of all the other things that learned societies do, and the role that AMI has in setting and maintaining standards for science, scientific research through its journals, organising conferences, of course, and also promoting microbiology and influencing policy. Didn't realise how essential the Leonard societies are, including obviously AMI. I also, although the idea of going to conferences at the time appealed to me because you get to see, well, at the time in the UK, different parts of the UK, but subsequently the world. But also, what I didn't realise as much then as I do now is the importance of those grants in allowing people to develop networks, meeting people face to face at conferences. And those networks generated a lot of important interactions for me. So some of the most important collaborators I've had, I met at conferences, and I might not have met them otherwise. One example is Martin Embley, who I met on a bus, on a day trip in the middle of a conference, and that led to a really interesting, really good, valuable interaction, which started the work on molecular approaches to nitrification, dominated much of the research for the last 20 or 30 years. There are also other collaborations which, on a day-to-day basis, are with my PhD students and postdocs. And they're the people who do all the hard work, of course, while we just sit in offices and write grants and write papers and so on. And at the risk of offending all but two of those students and postdocs, two really important colleagues have been Graham Nichol, who came to Aberdeen as a fresh-faced young PhD student, working with myself and Dame Anne Glover, who was a previous recipient of this award. But then did a postdoc and ended up as a professor at Aberdeen before leaving to go to Lyon, where he's now set up a very active and successful group over there. During his, in the middle of his period at Aberdeen, Cecile Gugri-Rankin came in the opposite direction from France to Aberdeen. She's now a professor in economics at Aberdeen, and it's great to see, delighted to see she's here tonight. So those people in particular, but also all of the other people who work with me over many years, I'm indebted to them. And when you look back over your career, when Lucy was describing what I've done, what was coming into my head were the people that I've worked with over those years, as well as the science. And two other massive influences were my parents, who encouraged me and supported me throughout my younger years, and were happy to see me to go off to university to study microbiology without having the faintest idea what a university was, and even less idea than I did about what microbiology was. And then more recently, Leslie, my wife, has been an enormously valuable support, putting up with me telling her stories about conferences and so on and so forth. So I'm, as I say, I'm delighted and honoured to receive this award for myself. It's an honour, but acknowledging the incredible, important collaborations and colleagues that I've worked with over many years. So thank you very much.